Hi, I'm Deb from Worx. We have a cafe and roastery in Rangiora, North Canterbury, and we also have a distribution centre and soon to have an espresso bar in Christchurch. Have you ever wondered where your coffee comes from? You know, we've got such an amazing coffee culture here in New Zealand now, but it wasn't always like that, you know. I started in this industry about 20 years ago. We had no real interaction with fresh roasted coffee, and it wasn't part of our culture because we came from the English stock of tea drinkers. But over 20 years, it's been an amazing journey just being part of the coffee revolution in New Zealand, and I've loved every minute of it. When we're sipping on our coffee in a cafe or at home, we just don't realise what that little bean has been through to get into your cup. So today I'm just going to take you on a brief journey of where does my coffee come from? And of course, as you probably are aware, coffee is coming from all around the world. I'm just going to talk specifically this time about our partnership with Bright Hope World, where they have a co-op in Thailand and they are helping the Thai people to find a way of making a legitimate income from their high mountainous lifestyle. Coffee is grown at altitude if it's Arabica coffee. Arabica coffee is basically the premium coffee, and it must be grown at over 1,000 feet. You have to go high up into the mountains to find it, and that's exactly what I did when I went to Thailand. When I got to Thailand, I was really surprised at just how rudimentary this system is, but I think it's the same for a lot of the coffee producing nations. They are working hard as individual farmers and families to make a living out of coffee, and we get to enjoy that product here. So we're so lucky that we have coffee available to us. It used to be such a luxury that people locked it away. We are fortunate here in New Zealand that we have access to fabulous, high quality coffee. In Thailand, the coffee is first picked just by families living up in their villages. They might have 20 trees or 50 trees or maybe 100 trees if they're good. They just pick the cherries, which are anything in colour from green through to bright red. The cherries are then sorted, usually just sitting under their house or somewhere cool, by the family. And they'll be choosing the best cherries that are going to go through the process, turning it into the coffee that we know. The next thing they do is they take all the cherries and they soak them in water. They have to take off the pulp of the cherry, and sitting in the middle is the bean. And that's the bean that makes coffee. So there's usually two inside each cherry, and the pulp comes off and it's soaked again. And it's soaked again to take off what they call the mucilage, which is part of the fruit, and it just needs to come completely off the bean. Then they're left with what they call parchment. It's the green coffee bean and it's still got a husk on it, which is white, and that's why it's called parchment. The parchment is dried outside usually because they live in warm climates until it has reached exactly the right moisture content. And that's about 8% moisture. The way they do it is they sort of bite on it and go, yeah, that's about right, al dente. And if they're sophisticated, they'll have all sorts of measuring equipment for that. But you know, a lot of these guys just live up in the mountains and they're simple farmers, but they know how to make coffee. Once that's all dried, that husk has to come off. They put it through another machine that takes off all the white parchment, and then you're left with your green bean. The green bean is the thing that we as roasters are dealing with. Once they've got that, they send it away to another processing place, and in that place, they are grading the coffee. So we've got our A grade Arabica beans, we've got our B grade and C grade, and here at Worx, we only deal in A. So we're always looking for the absolute premium coffee. Finally, it's put into coffee sacks and sent all around the world. We get coffee coming from every region you can imagine, and we are roasting it here in our Rangiora roastery. Josh is our roaster and he's doing a fantastic job blending and putting together beans to make up the fantastic blends that we've won quite a few awards with. I hope that as you think about what it takes to bring that little bean to us, that you will even appreciate this product just that tiny little bit more, because it's been through a big journey to get into your cup.